Hey guys, if you want to learn how to improve as a metal rank in Overwatch, then welcome in. My name is Master Panda, and I'm a 40-year-old dad that was introduced to Overwatch in Season 3. I placed into low silver, and over the next 2 years ground my way to Masters on all roles. The goal of my Metal versus Masters videos is to show you real examples of mistakes that Metal players make, and then compare that against Masters level play so that you can see the difference between the two and hopefully start identifying the mistakes you make and start fixing your own game. Because I believe everyone can rank up, including you. Alright, we're going to be starting a game with Bastion. And this is going to be, it looks like a gold 3 to gold 1 game. And Bastion is one of my favorite characters in this game because he does a ton of damage. He has a grenade that pretty much can be used to burst damage people down, and of course he's got his turret, which does an insane amount of damage. And I've actually reached Grandmaster as Bastion for a time. I probably hover more comfortably around Masters at this point, but Bastion, when used properly, can do just an amazing amount of damage, do zoning, and all sorts of good stuff. Now the problem with Bastion is that he is also a huge target. He's slow, he's got low mobility, so we're going to kind of demonstrate how Bastion kind of ends up getting blown up because we're doing our Metal to Masters mode here. Or Metal or Masters, I should say. And a lot of people play Bastion wrong because they just try to go and they turret early, something like this, and they let themselves be known. So here, I don't even know what's going on. I don't know who's shooting me. There's a tank in my face, and I get blown up. So a lot of Bastions get way too tank mode and think that they're going to survive because they're a tank. And unfortunately they just get blown up. So a lot of what I'm going to show you playing in the Metal mode, and that's again, we're going for like kind of a gold mode here, is that we're going to play like a gold Bastion, which is really going to be using turret at the wrong time. We're going to try to turret into the enemy as opposed to trying to bait them with the turret. Like watch, we turret into the Sigma here, we just shoot the hands. Right? We just end up giving him a ton of overhealth. We sit here and we just try to poke damage. We take a bunch of damage to the face. We're just constantly shooting here. Watch, we're not taking any kind of cover. And once we get turret, we're just walking in this turret. And we get blown up. Like, this is the exact wrong way to play Bastion. And you can see we don't even have a lot of damage right now because we're just sitting here trying to tank everything. Alright. What's the other big mistake that people are going to make in Metal ranks? They're going to go and stagger and feed when the team's not with them. Okay, watch. We're just going to come in a little bit early here. And this time we're not going to totally feed the Sigma. We are going to back off this ult here. But we're not going to respect it, right? We go into cover, then we pop out when we're not fully healed. So we end up paying for that. So as Bastion, you really got to try to figure out how to make sure you stay alive. Because it's actually quite easy to kill you. Even though you've got 350 health and you've got armor, you're just a massive target. You're not really meant to avoid hits as much as you think you would. And we're actually going to stop shooting him for a change here. Watch, we're going to ult way too early, kind of out of position. He does walk directly into our ult, so there's nothing we can do about that. Not that I'm purposely trying to throw, but if the Sigma walks into our ult, we will let him. Watch, the Ana's probably going to sleep dart us here. Or not. Okay, we actually will kite out of here. And where's our... Okay, here's our Kitsune. We're gonna walk into it like a crazy man. And we actually make this work. And I can't jump to save my life apparently. Okay, so we're actually gonna maybe win this round. We're turreting early. That cast feeds because he came in by himself. Okay, so we're gonna just shoot this tank. Not that this is the right thing, but again, not playing a high level Bastion. Okay, we still win this fight. We still have high damage. And this is still is playing quite poorly. I think I was going to try to play the next round more as a proper Bastion. Like I said, we're trying to do Metal or Masters to try to show the difference between the two. So we will have a quick win, I think, the next round if I actually play at the Masters level. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to play slower and really walk through the kind of positioning mistakes. So that way it's a little bit more apparent, more teaching. Okay, so we're going to take self-heal. It's just a nice perk because it allows us to self-sustain, take off angles and stuff like that. So here, watch, we're shooting out in the open, right? We got a shield in front of us. We're gonna turret Sigma again, we get rocked, and we're in the open, right? And that's the #1 mistake all Bastions make. They try to do too much in the open. And that's just overvaluing your turret form. Turret form is not invincibility mode. It is not some magic way to stay alive. And a lot of people just fall in love with it because you can do a lot in turret form. You can end up often like getting the final kills that you need. And again, Widow was shooting at us the whole time there. Did we take cover? Nope. So, we're making a lot of mistakes here so far. We've tried to duel the tank, the Sigma especially, who shuts down hit scan. And the Widow's having a direct line of sight here. Watch, we're just gonna go take on this Widow. We actually are gonna grab a Mega here. Let's see if we can do something stupid. We're gonna duel this Widow. It might work. We're just gonna keep focusing on this Widow. Or not. Oh, the Anna's over here. Hi, Anna. We're just gonna walk into her. I don't know what she was trying to do stand there that one. Okay, and we turret way too early over here. Right? Like, turret is not useful for doing that kind of stuff. Okay, again. We're just gonna actually walk back from the tank this time, and we should take a Mega, right? Look, the Mega's right there on the right side. Did we take a Mega? No, we didn't. And again, I know a lot of you guys are gonna say, oh, that's unrealistic. You know, I would totally take the Mega. The reality is, when you're watching somebody play, it's a lot easier to think about the correct things you would do because you're not involved. But when you're actually playing, a lot of people are making these mistakes. I mean, look at this. Okay, look at the Venture during her ult, right? She has a lot of tools to get out of her ult. She doesn't have to die during her ult. She can just commit out, and she's there by herself. And again, everyone here is in a gold lobby, right? Like, we're still doing better than the other team, so you can be reasonably assured that they are making way worse mistakes than I am right now. Okay, we're gonna turret too early. Way too early. Alright, the turret is to secure the kill. Unless you're trying to hold space or to zone out the enemy team, turret is not going to be something that you generally like initiate a fight unless you're locked in with a room, unless you're committed to a fight, like with Cassidy or something like that. And I think we win here because the team doesn't touch. Oh, the tank does touch. Okay, they actually get on point here. Their poor Sigma is putting in a lot of work. So we're gonna walk with our team actually over here, as opposed to off-angling. We're all just gonna stack on main. Let's see if the Sigma is able to throw all of us into the air. Okay, we're just gonna ignore the cast, see if that works, and it doesn't work. I think the cast just rolled off the cliff. Let's check this out. Oh, we don't get to see it. I swore he rolled off that cliff. Okay, we're gonna ult over here. Panic ult. Hi, Grandma. Grandma's not a fan of that. We're just gonna throw it on the cast over here. And we don't get it. Okay. So, good thing is we're able to get around, so we have another round that we can talk about. Okay.
One more mission, huh?
So far,
I'm in.
you know, we're pretty much playing at a gold level, I think. I was kind of worried I might be selling it, playing more at a silver level, but honestly, I feel like we're playing more gold. I'm looking at just kind of our support damage and everything, and I think our supports are generally pretty even. Again, stats aren't the whole story. Our cast is doing work, our queen is doing work, but their tank is doing okay. So we're just playing pretty average here for this rank. So we're gonna play at the Masters level here now. So we're gonna be a little bit more careful. We're gonna fall back from the turret, not the turret, but the Venture. And we're gonna give it a little bit of space, right? Because that Sig is trying to kill us. So we're not gonna feed in hard. We're gonna poke that shield out. We're gonna use our self-heal actually now, right? Okay, we use our self-heal. Now we gotta get out of here. Okay, so we know that Venture popped back out. Okay. Now they're there. We just don't want to go hit the Sigma on that main side because he's going to be busy. Okay, we're going to heal ourselves while we wait for the Venture to pop. Now we're just going to self-heal, take another angle here. Sigma's walking on us here. Now he doesn't have shield on the back, so we can get him. Now we just have to make sure our left side is clear from the high noon. Now we just have to run over here. Just gonna keep running. Watch out for the Anna sleep dart over here. And Sigma will finally finish it. Gotta heal ourselves. So a lot of this is really, again, we're trying to maximize our survival. Now we really gotta get more picks over here, because the Sigma is really trying to focus in on us. Okay. Get more poking done when we can. We're going to use cover here. Just going to watch when the Sigma comes in. It's coming in right now, so now we're going to run. Now this Venture should be dead, because they went way too early. Now we're just waiting for us not to get a rock. Oops, I messed up my ult here. Now we should be able to walk forward. He's dead. Okay. Right, so we use our cooldowns to get in place, to get people, because everybody always staggers in the middle ranks. Because they're out of position, they just don't think about the damage that's going to come on them until it's too late. And we're just trying to poke out that shield. Sigma's doing a good job keeping his shield health high, but now he's done. He doesn't have anything left. So he uses cooldowns too early. Okay, our tank is kind of going in here. Okay. We're just gonna chill. We're just gonna heal over here, right? And this gives us that sustain that we can have, that we need. Okay. Venture's over here. Okay. Okay, we're gonna heal up. Gonna look for the Ana. Uh-oh. I think we might lose this one. Oh, somebody's got a touch. So we do lose this one. But I think it was a pretty good game. We show a lot of what we need to get done. It was a pretty interesting matchup with the Sigma. The Sigma, I feel like, knew what he needed to get done, which was to really control Bastion most of the time. And the Venture was actually doing a good job making sure that she could get out our turret mode, because we had to use that to protect ourselves from the Venture. So she plays well. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, subscribe to my channel, Master Panda OW, for weekly uploads where I continue the Metal vs. Master series on your favorite Overwatch heroes. Also, I will be doing a weekly VOD review, so if you want a chance at having high-level feedback for your game, then leave your VOD code in the comments along with your in-game name so I know who you are. Take care.